guys, it's Ruby. We are back again with another Las Vegas buffet review. Today we have gone off strip. We're in Summerlin at Rampart Hotel and Casino. Their Marketplace buffet has a $19.99 lunch, and we are gonna see how it stacks up. I'm pretty hungry. Just got seated at the Marketplace buffet here at Rampart Casino. So we are here for the weekday lunch. Their weekdays are Monday, Thursday, and Friday, and lunch runs from 11 to 2. It was $20 each, but they also had an all-you-can-drink beer or wine package for $8, which I think is really reasonable. The buffet looks really modern and new. This looks really great. I'm excited. It does look like there's a pretty good selection, so we're gonna go and pick out our first few items. Wow, this looks really good. Orange chicken. This looks fantastic. A little of that. And definitely some of these yakisoba noodles. These look really good. Yum. Let's get some of this rice as well, just to see how that is. Just a little bit. I want to overload. Ooh, I'd love a spring roll. Ooh, should we grab Mr. Ruby a crab rangoon? You love those. Let's get you one. That's for Mr. Ruby right there. Oh, look at how creamy this looks. This looks delicious. Yum. And these look great too. Look at these. Let's get a little bit of green on our plate. What do you think? This 3-bean salad looks really nice. That looks really good. Oh my goodness. Rigatoni and bolognese. Ooh, very hearty offerings on this buffet. This looks good. Garlic and spinach chicken. Wow. That looks amazing. This veggie pizza looks delicious. Let's get that. Yum. So we are tucked in the back, kind of by the desserts. They look fantastic, but we decided to start over in the global section. We got some fried rice, lo mein, orange chicken, egg rolls, wontons, rangoons. They also had kind of in between there some American favorites, macaroni and cheese and green beans. And this was next to the Italian food, where we also got some rigatoni, we got some garlic chicken, a 3-bean salad, and some pizza. All of this looks amazing. We are gonna start right away with the Asian section. I'm gonna try the orange chicken. Really crispy and fried and crunchy. It's a little crispy for my taste. Honestly, it could be a little bit softer, but the flavor of the seasoning is really excellent. Like the sauce is really good. Soy sauce forward, not crazy sweet. I feel like sometimes orange chicken is like really sugar overload, and this is not like that. It's really nice flavor. It's just a little crispy for me, but let's try it with some of this lo mein noodles. I think they said they were yakisoba. They look really delicious. The noodles are absolutely delicious. They're that nice, greasy comfort food, Chinese food. Again, this is salty, but it's not like really overly salty or overly greasy that the noodles can sometimes be. I feel like it's that perfect mix. Great flavor. Let's try some of the fried rice. Rice is cooked perfectly, really tender, but still has some of that like crispiness to it, not like mush. I'm gonna try their cute little egg rolls. I like that these are nice and small as far as like portion sizes. You're not gonna waste a ton. I think that's really nice. The egg roll is good. It's a little mushy on the inside, but the outside wonton wrapper is real crispy and nice. Not a ton of flavor there. That could be a little bit saltier in my opinion, or just have a little bit more flavor forward. But overall, I feel like these have been some pretty solid offerings. They did have crab rangoon on buffet. Mr. Ruby really likes crab rangoon, so we're gonna have him try this one and see what he thinks. Mr. Ruby says it's really good. I am not a huge crab rangoon person. I find them to be a little too creamy for me, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway just to see how they are. Okay, crab rangoon. I don't like it. Okay. For crab rangoon, they're very good. It's just not my thing personally. I don't know why, I just don't like them, but this mac and cheese looks fantastic. So let's give this a go. It looks really creamy and like delicious. The noodles are the spiral noodles. Definitely a homemade macaroni and cheese. You can feel the texture and the cream that they have made this by hand. So it's got that really light, delicate, cheesy flavor. This is not like a like Velveeta cheese flavor. It's not like that cheap kind of mac and cheese. I still like that, but this is definitely a homemade macaroni and cheese. Good comfort food. Let's try a little bit of a green bean. Some greens on the buffet. Ooh, those are cooked nice. Not at all soggy or mushy. They're like cooked a really perfect texture. Really nice consistency if you're looking for a little bit of green while you're eating all your buffet. Let's try out all of these Italian offerings. I was really happy with the Asian offerings, so I do think this will be really nice. I'm gonna try this 3-bean salad. That was calling to me. It looked really great. They had other salads like a Greek salad and an antipasto. That's nice. A really delicate kind of vinegary dressing over the top of the beans. They're cooked really well. And there's some nice like oniony flavor there as well. So kind of like a fresh offering, but still really hearty. I do like that. They had a lot of different pasta offerings, and pasta gets me really full. So I'm gonna try one. This is a rigatoni and bolognese. It looks excellent. Let's give this a shot. The seasoning is fantastic on that. Ooh, that's really good. That might be the best thing so far. You're getting that really nice tomatoey base. There's a ton of seasonings like oregano and basil that I'm tasting in here. Nicely balanced. Everything's had like a fairly well amount of salt versus seasoning flavor profile, so I feel like they're doing a good job there. Let's try this chicken. This looks nice. So this was a spinach and garlic chicken. It looks beautifully prepared. The sauce looked fantastic. I like that a lot too. The garlic is really a good punch forward. You can taste that garlic. Spinach is chopped up in there with some parsley, keeping it a little more fresh and balanced. The breading is great on the chicken, and it's cooked really nice, really even, really good piece of meat. So far, I will say, I think the Italian section is kicking butt. Let's try some pizza. I have neglected pizza on buffets for a while because I don't want to get super full, and I always feel like pizza is good no matter where you go, but this is a veggie pizza. Looks good. I like the size of the portion they gave you. This pizza is definitely crust dominant, where you can taste that flavor in the crust. It tastes homemade to me. There's like a really light layer of the sauce, and the cheese is not overpowering everything. The veggies on top are real fresh and light. There's pepper and onions and a little bit of spinach on here. That is really nice. If you're a picky person and pizza sounds really good to you, you're not going to be dissatisfied. Overall, I did enjoy both plates, and I really didn't have any complaints to give. So 2 thumbs up so far. All right, we'll try some fried chicken. Let's see. I'm trying to find a piece that speaks to me. This guy looks okay. And some sweet potato fries with ginger glaze. Wow, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna love those, I feel like. Baked beans, of course. It's gonna be a really nice hearty plate. Some of those. Wow, bacon fried street corn. My goodness, that sounds so good. Ooh, mashed potatoes and gravy. Let's do it. This is gonna be a very filling plate. Ooh, mini slaw dog. That looks good. Oh my gosh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can we get a little bit of the pork loin?
Yes.
And I'll try some of the chicken too. Oh my goodness. All right, so the next section we decided to try was the Carvery and the Southern Comfort section. So the first plate we got had some fried chicken, some bacon street corn, baked beans, mashed potatoes and gravy, glazed carrots, and I am dying to try these sweet potato miso glazed fries. That sounds so good. I could eat a whole plate of just those. The flavor is fantastic. They're crispy, but soft and fluffy on the inside. It's got that sweetness of sweet potato, but it's a French fry. I love those. Those are so good. Let's get into this fried chicken. There's no delicate way to eat this, so. The breading is lovely. Got some great spices in it, nicely seasoned. The meat is definitely soft and tender and very moist. Not a dry fried chicken at all. That's really nice. If you're a fried chicken fan, I think you're gonna be very happy with this. Let's do the baked beans. These look really nice. Baked beans can be made in a couple of different ways. A lot of the times we think of like the maple baked beans, the real sweet ones. These are much more of a ketchup-y, vinegary baked bean, so less sweet. And I am pretty happy to say that a lot of this food doesn't feel super sugary. I think they're saving all that for the desserts, because this is definitely more of a savory baked bean. Now, I don't think you can go wrong with bacon street corn. I don't think you can. We're gonna find out though. Wow, there's a lot going on there. So first thing, you're like smacked in the face with bacon flavor. Like, if you're gonna get smacked in the face with anything, it should be bacon flavor. And then after that, you're gonna have that corn flavor. I wouldn't say this tastes like elote to me. It doesn't taste like street corn. It tastes like bacon, creamy corn goodness. It's good, I just don't know that I would call this elote personally. It's bacon overload. It's a lot of bacon. It might be too much bacon for me. Let's try the mashed potatoes. This is all like super rich, creamy, like thick comfort food. Honestly, for $20 for a buffet, like a big old plate of this, I think you'd be really satisfied. The mashed potatoes are a little thin. They're real mashed potatoes for sure. This is definitely not some kind of box situation. I can taste the skins that they left in, which is a nice touch. My grandma used to leave the skins in, so I love that they did that. But it's very whipped, very pureed. I kind of prefer mine to be more chunky. Let's try these carrots. These carrots look really great. Glazed carrots. They're having some really nice vegetables on this buffet. That's good. It tastes like a carrot. Carving meats time. The time you've all been waiting for. I know you guys love your carving meats. First of all, this chicken looks incredible. The seasoning and the char that they put on the skin looks amazing. So I'm gonna give that a shot. He gave me a huge piece of breast, first of all. There's like a paprika and chili powder seasoning in there that I'm getting. Not spicy, just like a real seasoned flavor. The chicken is incredibly moist, very moist. So they're clearly doing chicken right here. Pretty happy with everything so far. Let's try the ham. These meats look very succulent and juicy. Just you could tell when he was serving them, they looked great. So I have high hopes. I'm kind of picky about ham. I feel like it can be a little too fatty or too chewy sometimes. This is really good ham. It is perfectly succulent, tender, and like soft when you're chewing it. They've definitely got some salt brine inside of this thing. The ham is yummy, very happy. So far these carving meats are kind of killing it. There's all kind of sauces you could put on the carving meats, but I typically don't like to put sauce on them when I'm trying them for you guys, just so I can see how the meat is on its own. Let's try the pork loin next. Let's see, these two have been good. The ham, killer. I like the pork a lot as well. Herby flavor here. So they're playing with different herbs and seasonings here than they did with the chicken. It's more of like Italian herbs. Excellently prepared. All of the meats had perfect texture, which is a big deal for me because I think texture can really throw off meat. If you're coming here for carving meat, it's well worth it in my opinion. Let's try the mini slaw dog. This thing is really cute. Let's see how this is. I can tell this has been sitting a little bit. I don't think people are really grabbing these, so they definitely need to rotate, but the brioche roll is toasted. It feels a little stale from sitting out, but it is a good brioche roll. The hot dog is like that nice kind of soft texture, not really a snap to it, but the slaw is interesting. The slaw has got kind of a sweet, almost like a sesame oil peanut sauce sort of thing going on with it. And that's really elevating it and making it a little more interesting as far as like a hot dog on a buffet goes. Overall, I'm really happy with the plates. The meats are really great. Like the fried chicken was excellent. All of the carving meats are well done. So I don't think you're gonna be disappointed in the price point here for how good the meat selection is. Okay, let's try a little French onion soup. Ooh. A little red onion on there. Ooh. Ooh. Let's get this honey mint fruit salad. That looks like prosciutto right there. So typically I'll say that there's so many offerings, it's hard for us to even show you all of it, but we pretty much grab mostly everything on this buffet. It is not a huge buffet in terms of variety. I will say that much. Not a ton on offer. We went to the salad section. It's actually a fairly big section, so there's some soups, salads, they had fresh fruit and yogurt. We're gonna try ourselves a fresh salad and just see how fresh, light everything is. How's it taste? The salad's great. The Italian dressing is actually really nice. It's got like a really good kick to it of like vinegar. They had a tomato bisque, a cheddar broccoli soup, and they had a French onion. Now it's not baked French onion, so there's no big crouton on top of it, but we'll try it anyway. I love French onion soup. Let's see. It's really good. I love French onion soup. This is really nice. I feel like for a $20 price point, like if you came and eat a lot of soup and salad, you're not going to be mad about it. They had rolls you could pick out to eat with too, so not bad. And then over in the fruit section, we picked out this honey mint salad. So this looks like honeydew melon, a mint dressing on it, and pieces of prosciutto. So that's kind of something a little different. So let's give it a shot. That's a lovely little surprise. I really like that. The mint dressed over the honeydew is fresh, and the prosciutto gives like a tiny little bit of salt. Kind of a fun little surprise. They're doing a little bit of different stuff here. Now, the dessert section behind me looks really good and looks like there's a lot to show. So we're gonna see how many desserts we can try out. I am starting to get a little full. So this is a non-sugar added pecan pie. That looks really good. Look at that. Carrot cake. That looks beautiful. Mini chocolate cupcake. Look at the cute little Oreo on it. We gotta get a cheesecake, of course. We usually get a tiramisu, so let's get one of those. Thank you. So, on to dessert section. First of all, presentation, 10 out of 10. They looked so appealing on the buffet. They also had a lot of no sugar added options. There were a couple gluten-free options, so thumbs up for that. Let's try the ice cream first before it melts on us. They said this is a pistachio gelato. Let's give it a shot. Pistachio is my absolute favorite flavor. That is so good. Ice cream after a buffet just hits so good. Really glad they had a lot of variety of ice cream there. Let's start on these desserts. So I'm gonna try the no sugar added pecan pie bar here. It looks lovely, very moist. Pecan pie is typically incredibly sweet and incredibly rich because they haven't added any sugar. You're mainly getting a really pecan heavy, pecan forward flavor. So really toasted pecan rich. It's good, but like when I eat pecan pie, I want it to be like sugar sweet overload. Let's try the carrot cake though. This looks moist, yummy, fantastic. There's pieces of carrot in here. This looks incredible. The carrot cake's not incredibly sweet either, but it has a ton of spice. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, like it's all coming forward really strong. I could stand to have a little bit more sweetness in the icing. I think that would be nice, a little bit richer. So far the desserts haven't been super, super sweet. But let's see if we can change things up with this adorable little cupcake. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, that's just really good. The chocolate cake is really moist and rich, but like fluffy chocolate cake, not like a fudgy chocolate cake. And the icing there is really yummy. Cookies and cream. That was good. Can't go wrong with that. Let's try some cheesecake. We do love cheesecake. They don't have any creme brulee here, so I can't give you the creme brulee test, you guys, but let's try out this cheesecake. It looks fluffy and airy and nice. The cheesecake is good. Okay, the first two were a little bit of a dud. They weren't very sweet, but this cupcake and that cheesecake were both absolutely delicious. The ice cream's really good. Now I want to try one of these magic bars. This reminds me of like Minnesota bars. They have like coconut and nuts and chocolate chips and like just they sometimes call them crazy bars. I think that's what this is. If you like caramel delights or Samoas, as they sometimes call them, those Girl Scout cookies with the chocolate and the coconut, that's this over like times 1,000. That is crazy good. If you don't like coconut, you will not like that, but I think it's killer. I love coconut. That's another good winner. So far these desserts are doing really well. Let's try the tiramisu. Tiramisu can taste really fake if it's not done right. So let's see how they do with this. That's nice. It's really delicate. It primarily just tastes like whipped cream. I feel like it's hard to get that coffee flavor into tiramisu sometimes. So I would say we're like 50-50 here. 3 of these were absolutely incredible, and I really liked them. And then the other 3 were really just okay. So still a really solid selection, and the presentation was gorgeous. We got to finish all these up, and then it'll be time to give you guys all our thoughts. So overall, a really solid buffet. We loved that garlic spinach chicken, and the Italian section was definitely a standout, and the carving meats were really good. For 20 bucks, I definitely think it was worth it. However, if you're Ubering from Strip, this is pretty far. I would actually recommend you just head over to South Point. They had a lot more variety. If you are staying at Red Rock Casino, they closed their buffet, and if you're looking for an all-you-can-eat option, this one is really close. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you want to see us do their champagne brunch or some of their dinner options, comment down below and we'll give them a try. Hope to catch you guys all on my next one.